Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with the new deck profile. It's Prison Frieza. This is kind of a weird deck in the vein of just like this deck is very, very, very defensive. Um, but anyways, um, this deck is very weird, and I I'll guess I'll get right into it. If you can't include battle cards with energy cost 3 or less in your deck, you look at the top five cards. You active main. You look at the top five cards. You add a red extra card, um, pretty much any red extra card, and just shuffle your deck. You flip. You draw 2 cards. Active main. Draw 1 card. When a battle card, not a unison or leader card, a battle card swings at your opponent's leader card, you discard a Frieza's army card, a red Frieza's army card, and negate the attack. So this leader, it's been around for a while. No surprise. Um, it got support very recently, but every set kind of supports it with every extra card that comes out. And unisons were a huge buff to this deck, so we'll get right into it. So 4 Frost for the clan. This card, if your leader's a Frieza BR, which it is, you look at the top 4 cards, you grab a red extra card, a mono red extra card, and you add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. -2, you add up to 2 mono red extra cards for your drop area to your hand. So this card is gross. This card wins me a lot of games. Also, it also has blocker, but it doesn't really come up. It just comes up when you're desperate. This card definitely wins me games. I've had 22 card hands before. Kappa's Awakening, it's essentially a 10k. It's a 6k really, but gets over 20k swings, so Max Power Kamehameha. This card is gross. It helps against pretty much every one of the new matchups. Go Tank, Sin Shenron, Gogeta. It helps against a lot. Oh yeah, it kills a Boonie. Because Vegito likes to play it on turn 3. So yeah, this card helps a lot. This and also rarely comes up, but it comes up sometimes. It's a negate that sends forward to your drop area to warp, and then you grab it back, which is kind of huge sometimes. Just depends on the matchup. 4 Paralysis technique. This kind of picks apart my opponent's board against Dark Broly. It kills all their stuff. Not kills it in the regard of just sends it to the drop area, but it just basically makes them unplayable. They can't combo with them. They can't do anything with them. This card is gross. It also destroys Vegex and Broly boards. So another card that just kind of destroys boards. If you play 2 of these or pair this and this together, you just destroy boards. I love these cards. Remind you that the new anniversary box support card minuses your leaders and your opponent leader and your everything. So it just kind of sucks in that regard. Final Guardian. I think this card saves me against Invoker. This is I added this 1 card in for Invoker, so the deck is 53 cards. Because again, I didn't run this before. And I ran none of this before, but I ran three of this and 4 of this. But I cut some stuff and I added a couple cards. This is one of them. This card saves me against Invoker. Sometimes it saves me a game depending on if I negated with it the turn prior or I discarded a Violet Rays. This is just stuff to do on your main phase when you just have a bunch of energy open. You got nothing better to do. This deck doesn't have Grade 8 Son Goku to play, so you just kind of have to play this. And this draws 2 cards in a different way. It basically grabs neither A2 negates or part of your combo. So yeah. After Image Technique, Spark and Negate. Some people will try to combo over this, assuming you have no combo power. You have mad combo power in this deck. You have all this and this, so just don't forget. Like, if they start comboing, don't get too nervous. Violent Rays, obviously, this is the best card. This card pushes this deck over the edge with the Frost. The Frost, I didn't think was enough by itself to help this deck be good, but Violent Rays definitely helped this deck become ridiculous. This card is a Nimbus. If you play it at the right time, you can shut your opponent's entire turn down and stall long enough to get shut your opponent's cards down for an entire turn. So, yeah. 3 Wolfang Fist. It's just something to when you're tapped out, you still have stuff to defend against harder swings. So Violet Denial of Hope. Denial of Hope is just, it's not ridiculously good. It just helps against a lot of matchups. There's a lot of small things that you can pop that you want to not see on your opponent's board. So it's very good for that. It also kills all the Abuni tokens, and you can just blow it away next turn. So this card's really good. Live to Fight Another Day stalls you a whole turn. There was a guy in I was playing in one of the untapped tournaments, and this guy played a boony and played all his tokens. I was like, all right, pitch 9. And he's like, what? I was like, you played him. So this card is ridiculous. Yeah, and it also draws a card, so it replaces itself pretty good. Topo, this counterplay bait so that they don't counterplay this. I really don't want them to counterplay this. Not many counterplays can hit it, but the Frieza can, so just be very careful when treading against green. Yeah, pretty much this shuts down their whole turn, so and it's an extra swing. The only reason I actually had this at 3, but I brought it up to 4 so that I can have extra swings because unisons are difficult. Loyal Click, whatever this guy's name is, Kikino. He's a super combo essentially. He tap 1 and he grabs a red extra card back to your hand. So it's really good. This guy, again, he's another super combo technically because he's like the Wii super combo, but like not really. So Frieza, and he was also this guy. People are saying he's bad, but some people just won't swing at you and stall you until like you're like turn 5-ish, and you get 5 extra card. You'll have less than 10. You'll have like 8 typically. So this guy kind of helps in to play him a little, like cheat this guy out a little earlier and get another 25k swing. But otherwise, this guy is not really good for much. This is the real card that you want to play. This card is amazing. Kill their entire board 25k or less, ignoring barrier, double strike. This card has it all. And then this card is pretty much our part of our Prison Frieza. You just play him down and your opponent can't do anything. I really played a lot of games where my opponent couldn't even pop it unless they had this card, which not many decks are mainboarding this. They're mostly sideboarding. So yeah, on game 1, and if you know they're going to sideboard this in, after beating them game 1 with this, you can side this package in and just kind of like dunk on them because this card's really good too. But we'll get to that in like 2 seconds. So that's the deck. It loses hard to Red Broly. I have to figure that out still, but it wins against Green Gotenks because it's able to pick at their board good enough. Like it kills all the Zarbons and the Gohan blockers, which is really good. I still gotta figure that matchup out completely though. So yeah. To protect your other people, just for aggro. 2 mini slash for blue, so when they go to negate your crap, you can like basically stop them from negating your stuff because this card can't be negated in any area. Obviously our Gogeta package. So what does this do? So Gogeta, he kills an entire board and he gives this guy 1 marker, and then this guy like is a floater. He can't be KO'd. He adds 2 markers to our Frost. He when this card attacks or your opponent's card attacks, he negs something 20k. So like on your opponent's turn you can kill big things. On your turn you can just kind of sit on it and just swing with it, double strike until they kind of die. You can't kill this thing in traditional means, so a lot of decks can't deal with it. They can mass Saiyan, but you can denial. Well, not mass Saiyan, but like you can denial hope most of the answers that people have for this. And then this, I just kind of added this in there, and I realized that my opponent won't be having a board because of stuff like this, and playing Live to Fight Another Day, and just generally swinging and Gogeta. So after 2 turns of just having this on the board and killing stuff, you can drop this and crit them for 2 life, and then swing at their entire board, and then swing at their later for double strike. And the last card I want to talk about is this Broly. Oh my god, this Broly. This Broly not only is a negate on your backside of your leader, this card adds 2 markers to your unison, which is still really good. And it warps 3 cards from your opponent's hand, okay? And swings for double strike crit. This card is ridiculous, man. This card wins so many games, man. It's so gross. And if we're wondering about like sideboard options, there's not a lot in regards to just like you can run the Jiren. This is pretty good. There is the where are you? Am I going crazy? Oh yeah, there you are. Cease to Exist. Cease to Exist also helps a little bit, but it doesn't do enough. It's combo power too if you ever need it to be, but I don't feel like compared to this package, I don't think it does enough. But I was siding this before, and I decided to side the Fusion Onslaught instead. Um, what else? Actually, I think that's it. And then meditation, but meditation, you make. I don't like this card, and Flight of the Grand Eagle is kind of useless too. Another card that people like used to main a lot in this deck was Transcendent Strike, but it again doesn't do enough. And also KO stuff, so it's not as good as it used to be. Um, that kind of covers all bases here. I mean, the blue package is not good anymore because you can't. Half of your cards can't grab it, and also like conflicts with like some of the new stuff. So, yeah. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, that's this deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys are not already, please join the Facebook community group so that you guys can see like in-depth conversations about some of these cards. And, make sure to these. I mean, yeah, pretty much support all the other guys who do this. It's really the Rona made it really hard to like do stuff with this game. So like try your best to support where you can. We'll get through this as a community. So yeah, all right guys, have a good one.